Oh, good people. Oh, let me get a swig of this. Good Saturday afternoon. Let's see, what is this? June the 6th, 2026. Already a week into this month already. Oh, yeah. Got my sweet tea. And we're rolling right along. We're rolling into the weekend, still enjoying the weekend for this year. And we are heading into Sunday tomorrow, enjoying the last remnants of tonight. I think we still have the fappening facility to go. I think maybe Batty Commander. I don't know. He might stream. You never know with him. Chaos. I don't know. Always somebody seemingly streaming around here. Hope you guys are having a good one. I enjoyed a baked potato today for lunch. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna show you guys what we got here. Brag on the place that I went to today, and I got to enjoy this. Woke up, went straight there because I didn't know what time they opened or closed. Brand new business in town, and I want to support the local business. It's a new barbecue joint. I like my barbecue. I'm gonna show y'all what time it is with this barbecue, and I'm gonna go over what they put on this joker. Man, this thing was good. I'm gonna tell you. Until we get some people up on panel, I'm gonna do a quick review of this Adam 22 lean of the plug bullshit, since everybody wants to talk about that. Let me show you what we were working with lunch this afternoon, man. Let me show you this real quick. For everybody that likes food, if you're a foodie like myself, I used to do that on this channel once upon a time, was do cooking streams. I still got to come back and do that at some point. But let me show you what we're working with here. And man, this joker right here, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. They must have baked or steamed these potatoes. These things will melt in your mouth. Shut up, Briggs. They cut these potatoes in halves, and then then started loading that joker down with pulled pork, some barbecue sauce, had some bacon bits, had some melted cheddar cheese on that joker. Tastes like smoked cheddar. Had some onion chives on there, and they gave me two tubes of sour cream to put on that joker. Man, son, that joker was busting. That was good stuff. So let me zoom on in here for all you foodie guys. And I don't share what I eat. I'm not one of these types of YouTubers, right? I don't talk to you about what I eat during the day. I don't share with you. That ain't me, right? I'm around you guys so much. We talk all the time. Yeah, I feel like we don't need to do that, right? But take a look at this, man. We got some pulled pork on this joker. Got some cheese. Got some bacon bits, homie. Now, there ain't no veganism in this joint. No, there ain't no veganism. Walked up in there, and I noticed that it was like an older burger joint that I used to buy from all the time years ago. It closed down. And, I was like, damn, ain't nobody going to go back in there and make a business out of that. And sure enough, one of my buddies on Facebook yesterday that I went to high school with was talking about how they were making baked potatoes and whatnot, and showed us what he was working with. And I'm like, damn, dude, I got to try that. Well, like I said, normally I don't eat baked potatoes. I just don't. Yeah, Rex aside, I don't know where everybody's at. It's showing 5 people here, but like I said, we'll wait on everybody to come on in. I'm just kind of sharing some personal stuff today with you. Hopefully these people will come in here in a minute. Ramadi was supposed to come in here. I think Hikami and Johnny and all them. We'll see later on if anybody comes on in. If not, Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it, whenever we see fit. I mean, like I said, you guys wanted me to do this. Here we are. So it is what it is. Fish Guy Nukes, yo, what's going on, brother? But got me a good old Lipton iced tea with lemon in it. Drank while I was eating that Joker, and yeah, man, we're pretty much in a home stretch. That bacon, I mean, that baked potato on the bottom was so tender, so good. Oh man, it was really good. So yeah, like I said though, I'm not normally one of those types of YouTubers. I don't usually share what I eat like that. But I felt like, with a loaded baked potato that had all that good stuff on it, man. And by the way, compliments to the chef, whoever cooked that. It's one of those hole in the wall joints, that just started, I think, yesterday. And man, I got that thing home, ate it. Woo! So we're gonna be going back for some more of that later on. They had the whole menu, man, chicken sandwiches, and burgers, and ribs. Man, I was like, oh, y'all got ribs in this joint? All right. So while we wait for the gang to show up, we're going to talk about this Lena 22, Lena the Plug, Adam 22, whatever the fuck these stupid people are called. And we're going to talk about that real quick while we wait. So let's go ahead and pull this up here and see what we've got. Like I said, I don't keep up with any of these morons. I don't know anything about either one of them. I'm going to tell you right now, based upon what I am seeing, let me give you my honest opinion. Based upon what I am seeing, she looks like she's way too high maintenance. Just saying. Let's see. Scurvy Rum did a stream on my Substack articles in my writing. He gave constructive criticism about my grammatical errors, so I'm now fixing grammatical errors in my John Hunter story. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like I said, Johnny ain't been around lately. I don't know what's going on with him, man. We'll see what's going on with him at some point. Whenever we get to talk to him again, we'll see what's happening to him. All right, but like I said, I don't know nothing about these two people. I don't keep up with them. I don't keep up with YouTube internet drama. I just really don't care, guys, about none of this. But to pass the time, to wait upon the people until they get up here on the panel, we're going to talk about this and try to, I guess, mold it over, figure out what's going on with it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right.
Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
Well, guys, it saddens me to even bring this up, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Somebody got to say it, man. Lena done filed for divorce. No Jumper, Adam 22's wife. It's right here on TMZ, man. It's crazy to say Lena the Plug is pulling the plug on her marriage with Adam 22. Lena filed a divorce docs in LA County with a lawyer on June the 1st, which happens to be her birthday, and wants legal and physical custody of their 5-year-old daughter, according to the divorce documents obtained by TMZ.
That's typical. Typical, because the child is to be used for benefits, in my opinion. Hey, Mr. Arvero, good to see you, brother. Hope all's well with you. Come on in, pull up a chair, sit a spell. We're going to talk about this Adam 22 deal until we get some more guys in here and they hop up on panels. So I am waiting for I'm waiting for the guys to get here.
For those who don't know, the couple has a very successful podcast and an OnlyFans account, which also makes for very unique relationship. They shoot porn content with people outside of their marriage together and individually, and they interview those people on their podcast.
No. Stop right there. You said all I needed to know about these two. You're saying everything that I need to know about these two. Ocean Monk, good to see you, brother. Hope all's well. Would you come on in, pull up a chair, sit a spell. We're going to talk about Adam 22 until the rest of the gang gets here and jumps up on panel. And we're going to go to talking about something else. If not, we'll see if time permits. If nobody shows up within the hour, we're just going to go ahead and close out. But we will see, sir. We will see.
Adam also hosts a popular No Jumper podcast. OG, are you there?
All you had to do was tell me that they're an OnlyFans couple. Once you say that, it starts putting into perspective a lot of things about them that I was kind of thinking. How, when you have people out here in the culture watching your wife, your girlfriend, whatever she was to him, posing nude, what have you, and people was watching it and paying for it, which was the way it sounds was helping to bring in some income. All right, no morals, no ethics, no values. Just we want money. We're greedy. We're going to do this because nothing's stopping us. And this dude was okay with millions of people paying for this, ogling his wife, his girlfriend, whatever she was. He's okay with that. He was okay with his woman being on social media, having money thrown at her. Basically, the only difference between her and a whore, a hooker, was the physical location of her getting paid. If she'd have been out on the streets, it'd have been no different. The only difference here is she was in the safety of his own home doing this crap, getting paid to do this. Of course, she wasn't giving no sex to these people. It was just showing her body. Or I should say the difference between her and porn stars. Plantation Matt, good to see brother. Hope all's well with you. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. It couldn't happen to a... Oh, no, G, man. Nobody want to see no family get tore apart. That little girl got to lose her mom and dad. And maybe they could have got it together if they would have just hung in there.
What if you could make a song using only your voice?
Yeah, hold on now. You just said it at the start of this stream. Who was the one that initiated the divorce? You just said she did that. The only people that should be felt sorry for is the child. I don't even really feel sorry for Adam. I feel sorry for that kid. What did she initiate the divorce for? What could possibly now again, for all of you good people out here, the single people and everything, everybody that watches this, you see this dynamic, you see this family dynamic, this dude, a little kid, and his woman. Happily married, they might say. I don't know. If you've got money coming in from podcasts and whatnot, if you got money coming in from OnlyFans, if you've got a family set up, if you're living in luxury, hold on, guys. Pops is calling. Give me just a second. We'll be right back. All right, good people. Sorry about that. What we got going on here? Arvero Plantation. Good to see it. I bet no tomatoes were harmed during the armed shootings. Yeah.
Start with the drum.
I'm on video.
They little daughter gonna be on OnlyFans before she 12.
Oh, come on, OG. I'm not gonna sit here and let you talk down. It says right here, TMZ says, for those who don't know, again, the couple had a very successful podcast. And you knew that, OG. You knew that. Said that
I never knew. I only knew Adam 12 was on Adam 12. I don't listen. I'm not like you. I don't listen to porn.
OG, I don't listen. It's everywhere, but he says it all the time on the show. The big brother that me and you talked about, that big old black brother that beat him up in the ring.
Whatever you like, something is everywhere, but it ain't everywhere.
And no, it says that being said, the doc, Lena.
Which, by the way, as I was doing a little digging, she's got a video up on her channel of him being beat up by that black dude and her bragging about it. Jawa Hunt, Jawa Sweet, something stupid name like that. Oh no.
Said she does not have a job and her only income is $3,000 monthly spousal support from Adam. Of course,
no job. I want you to look at this whore, because that's what she is, a whore. I want you to look at that whore in the corner. No job, being kept up $3,000 a month by Adam 22. Now you got to ask yourself the question: what makes you think she broke it off with him if she was being given everything she needed to survive? Gentlemen, how many times have I told you, when they see an opportunity to get more, to make more, to have a better deal than what they got now, if that black dude she's with, if he's giving her more money, if he's got her in better circles than what Adam was, if she can do better, chances are that's what's going to happen. Now, she's coming into this situation with nothing, because she don't have a job, she don't have any money. He's basically keeping her and the child and himself up, from the sounds of it. Why would anybody in her position throw that away just for somebody else? Because deep down, these women, like this woman here, is a whore. They're eat up with, bullshit, with making piss poor choices. Easy come, easy go. She didn't help make that money. He got her accustomed to a certain lifestyle, aka $3,000 a month, meaning a woman literally with no job, was making $36,000 a year. No, 3,000. Yeah, no, $36,000 a year. Basically, she was almost making the same as a normal man out here working in the culture, paying taxes. She was almost matching that. And yet, based off the way she looks, the way she dresses, what she lives in, do you think she's going to stay in that lane? No. Homie, you're looking at somebody that's got a taste of the rich and famous lifestyle. She ain't gonna stay in that bracket. Let's keep going.
she's a very successful creator on OnlyFans, but in the
How? What do you mean very successful? All she's got to do is have big enough breasts that people find attractive. She's literally doing nothing. She's not doing anything but taking clothes off, sir. How is that? What do you mean very successful? She isn't working for anything. What do you mean, outlaw? That's a job. She's making money by definition. No, that ain't what a job means. A job means physical labor, manual labor. Means your strength, your time, your energy is being spent in the form of physical currency, to the point to where you have actually produced labor. You have produced or enriched or advanced the culture in some way. You're not doing anything by taking your clothes off, sir. That's not laboring. That's not advancing society. All that's doing is helping people jerk off, making money at it. That don't advance nothing. That don't advance anything except help people get their rocks off.
She makes it sound like she has no control over the revenue, saying
this bitch is basically balling on a normal man's taxpayer's salary every year budget. You know, right? 25 to 50 grand a year is about where the average man's job money is in this culture. She's making right there at the same amount you guys are. Does she look like somebody that would ask one of you guys out? You think she would live with one of you guys? No. Be serious now. Look how she dresses. Look how she carries herself. She thinks that she is worth more than what she actually is. And again, like I said, something about the person she divorced him for, or the divorce itself, something was giving her more. Something was advancing her further than what Adam was doing. So she went after it. I have no respect for her. I have absolutely no respect for none of these people. They're all degenerates. The child is the only victim in this.
I have no access to my financial resources in the marriage or actual financial information. So all the amounts entered are estimated. She also says they have a $1.1 million
because, sweetheart, that's because Adam is paying you. That's really not your money. That's Adam's money paying you. You see, you're being upkept by his money. Why, if you're being paid by your husband, why do you need access to the fund? Like, why do you need access to the bank statements and stuff? Why are you worried about that if you're not even the one paying yourself? If you're not out there working for it? Makes you wonder, don't it?
And she wants half of back into their date. Man, it's over with, OG.
On tax day. She got rid of him on tax day. Do you think that was a strategy, gents? Do you think that was put in there as a strategic move? Yeah. Think about it. Think about it.
It's over with. The damn marriage is over with. And, you know, like I said, from all the co-hosts, I remember Crip Mac and all of them, you know, standing behind her, and they played games with each other. And that brother that beat him down on in that wrestling machine, in that wrestling ring, it boxed him out. He didn't get to hit him one time. Now, he may be taking off with this man's wife, man.
He already did.
Oh, gee, say he already took off with her.
Jody got your girl and gone.
Oh, it's over with. And Adam, Lena and Adam, but they, you know, they talk on that show. She usually going there with him, Crip Mac and all them standing behind her, everybody's saying they're gonna knock her down. You know, we don't know what's going on, but this was a lot to try to keep a podcast going. She feel like she's entitled to some of that $1 million money that they had. $1.1 million studio, and that studio, I believe.
Bingo. Do you see how these guys are casually just talking about this like it's just every other day? Do you see how this is going, guys? They're sitting there reading this aloud, and I don't know if they're putting the pieces together like we are here or not. I see very loud and very clear what this is. This chick saw an opportunity to get richer off his back by divorcing him. She's no different than any of these other worthless whores out here in the culture that do this. Big Angry Phil, Blicks in the Jews, the Blicks in the Jews. Mr. Shinobi One, the master of one. Good to see you, brother. Hope all's well with you. Come on in. Let me get that link for y'all if y'all want to hop up on panel. We're waiting for everybody to get here and hop up here with me. I'm just giving you guys an appetizer here until we get some people up in here. Bro lost a fight to the guy who renovated his wife's foxhole. Yeah. Uh-huh. And so right now, as these two black dudes are laying this out, you can piece it together. She's wanting that condo. She's wanting that 1.1 million condo. She did clearly. Again, this is the beauty of letting them tell off on themselves. He just said she doesn't have a job. She never had a job. So that means clearly she didn't work for that $1.1 million condo, which means Adam 22 did. Now again, I know what people are going to say. Well, what about all the OnlyFans? What about all of her getting paid to put her pussy out there on camera? Is that moral? Is that ethical? Does that make you a valuable member of society, ma'am? No. There is no value to in my opinion, there is no value to a whore putting her pussy on camera for you to jerk off to. There ain't no value to that. Where's the value? All you're doing is getting you rocks off. So she got with somebody else, and they want that $1.1 million condo that he, Adam 22, apparently had. Basically, these two getting richer off of his expense. He fit the bill. He paid the way. They're going to take it off his hands in divorce. Yeah, you can see clearly what's happening here. And because society continues to co-sign off on this, she going after that bank, baby. She thinks she's owed that condo, baby. This stuff is just continuing to get worse and worse and worse.
He said that may be why he said they were going broke about almost a year ago now. They said that the studio, he couldn't pay the bills over there. So, a lot of times you don't know if it's smoke and mirrors or people trying to camouflage something so they don't have to go through something. The one thing I can tell you is when you're in business with your spouse or whatever, me and one, the first hand, you got to have some morals and standards, bro. This marriage, and I hate to say it, but it didn't seem as if, nobody was really trying to stick it out. I like I said, Crip Mac.
Look in this bitch's eyes. Homie, look in the bitch's eyes. You just read off what she feels she's entitled to. The $1.1 million condo. What do you think in your heart of hearts is going to happen if that's awarded to them in the divorce? A, she's either going to sell it and pocket the cash between her and homie, or B, they're going to live in it and try to pay the bills off that $3,000 money that she's probably going to write in the divorce that he got to keep paying her because she's got to have her lifestyle upheld. You see how this works? Do you see how they're going to try to do it? Do you think that $3,000 lifestyle every month is going to go away because they're getting divorced, as it rightfully should go away? Do you think that's what's going to happen? No. I guarantee you to the bill, she's going to have that wrote down. And that's going to be one of the main points of the divorce settlement. She's going to get paid $3,000 a month or more. Probably going to try to go after more. So her and homie can afford that condo. Uh-huh. Oh, looks like we got Mr. Hikame. Hello, sir.
What's up, man?
You just in time. Not much. We got Arvero. We got Retarded Dwarf. Mr. Hikame. We got all these good people coming on in, man. I think he said one.
And all of those other guys over there, man, they all was, having a good time with this thing. And the bad part about it, and I'll speak on it being family oriented, man, when you put yourself on front line like that, man, and everybody making a spectacle out of you and all of this stuff, man, I mean, everybody reporting on the fact, you putting it out there, you putting them out there in the worst way. Man, listen, man, some stuff ain't for the internet, man, and you guys are going to learn that firsthand now because This is going to be a very messy situation. TMZ already reporting on it, so therefore it's already a thing where everybody's getting their turn. You guys didn't stay married, but what, 3 years with a 5-year-old? You know, this is crazy work, man. And again, it's hard enough trying to be married and you're not in the media.
Which
but
means,
imagine trying to do it.
Hold on. If the child is 5 years old, that means they had the child living together before they got married. If they were only married 2 to 3 years and the child is 5, that means they already had the child and then got married. Neither one of these people are role models of what it's supposed to mean to be in a successful marriage or relationship. None of them. Neither one of them. Homie here is just as guilty as she is. He kept her dumb ass up. And I guarantee you there was no legal agreement for that. That was just him paying her out of his pocket. Here, baby, take this $3,000 a month and go spend it on what you want. Basically, a grown adult woman child, the size of an adult with a mentally retarded child's mind, being kept up by this man. And he was stupid enough to do it. He was stupid enough to do it. And I guarantee you, if it goes the way I'm thinking and they get awarded that condo, they're going to try to push for her to keep getting paid that kind of money every month out of his pocket and then some so that they can afford it. Oh, yeah, you can already see where it's going. They are exactly both dumbasses. Both of them.
Put your life and everything out.
Tommy, please feel free to jump in every time you want, brother.
Always.
On Front Street.
You got something, brother?
Nah. Continue the video.
All right.
Everybody shooting holes in it. Then you start passing your girl off like that. It's just a weird place for me. I always thought it was a weird place. Everybody made a flow show out of it. And it's sad because you got to stand on morals and integrity at some point to walk away with any kind of dignity. I will say that, being one that is going, married and all that, you gotta have some type of standards that you will and will not do. If you don't have standards, man, what are you doing, man? This is what young people are looking at, and when they look at this stuff, they start to think, man, that marriage it ain't worth it.
If any young man is watching these two people as a role model, you've already fucked up. You've already fucked up. What has either one of these two people done to have any dignity or respect? Both of them are just as retarded as the other one. Seriously. He's dumb as hell for paying her like giving her an allowance like she's a teenage child living at home. She's dumb as hell for going out here and consciously making the choice to fuck around and sleep around, whatever she was doing on his dime, I might add. Basically paying her to go fuck other people, which, look at her. Do you think she's loyal? Does she look like a loyal person to you? Does she look like she wants to be carried around?
Fuck no. No, this broad is, look, you've got a situation here where he was basically a pimp. He was keeping his hoe in the house, paying her to stay there with a child involved, doing immoral, ungodly shit on the side, putting that pussy hole out on there on OnlyFans for you to gawk at and pay for. And I'm sure he had no problem with that. Millions of complete strangers gawking her body on the internet, paying for it. Yeah, that's another reason why you a dumbass, Hoss. That's how you know you have no self-respect for yourself. That's why we're going after you too, boss. Because a self-respecting man has a very real problem with other men and women ogling his woman. I'm just telling you right now, for those of you who are still in a relationship, for those of you who are still dating and marrying and cohabitating with these women, if you have any self-respect about you, there's nothing wrong with you being upset and jealous of people staring at her naked body, ogling her, There's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. That's your woman. Why would you not? And of course, because she's old enough and cognitively aware enough to know what's going on and using that against him, she don't care. As long as the money is what appears to be the most important for this. Honeycomb, good to see you. Primo Living. All of you good people coming on here. Tom Laundry, Broderick Black. Oh, man, look at Primo, buddy. Look at Primo. Hey, you, buddy. I see Misanthrope in here. Good to see all of y'all coming on in. Only a handful of states that have common law marriage. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, and I'm gonna be brutally honest right now because I want people to get this, man. I took my daughter, my son out to eat, and we were eating, and I told them, I said, man, you know, what do you think about marriage? They said, we'll never get married because people, they don't believe in that no more. I said, really? I said, you don't even care about, you know, I've been with my children's mother and dad, mother for 20 some years. My oldest daughter is 20, I've been married 24 years. My son is 18. And it's a trip because when you look at it, society has told them that it don't work no more.
No, it ain't just society. Hold on. Hold on, guys.
Let's use Airtable to create a bespoke app to manage physical product development using the data trapped in static PDF.
Don't care. No, it ain't just society, my man. Just society. When you have common sense and you look around all over this culture, you know, you can see very easily that it's not just society. It's the people, you know, that they don't want to do it no more. Men are walking away all over the place. Now, women still want to. There's a lot of women that still want to. Do you know why? Do you good people here know why women still want to get married in this modern day and age? Because they're smart enough to understand that it's a government enforced and backed contract that the man must abide by, or she's going to get, you know, she's going to win out in the end anyway. There's no incentive for a normal woman in this culture to get married and stay married anymore. Because if she can win either way, if she can win whether she stays with him or if she ends the divorce, where's the incentive for them to stick together lawfully? Where's the incentive for a man or a woman to try to stick together lawfully? There is none. There is none. A woman still wants marriage because it's a guaranteed resource redistribution that the government will enforce over the man's head, or otherwise he'll go to jail and they'll still get it. That's why men don't get married. That's why men don't want nothing to do with it. That's why women still want everything to do with it, because it's still a lawful benefit on their behalf. Because I'm going to tell you this, because like this bitch here in this video, because when they set their heart out to only want resources, when that's all they want out of it is resources, and you can clearly see what she's after, then that's how they're going to treat it. Then that's what it's going to come with. Does it make sense to you gentlemen now why they want you to have everything up front, the whole foundation laid out for them to say yes or no to, like it's a bargain sale at the car lot? Why they don't want to work and help you with that marriage anymore? Why they don't want to struggle alongside you and help build the empire that both of you will take advantage of later in life? Do you know why a lot of them don't want to do that? Because they're in ego mode, survival mode. They only care about themselves. You're a fast way to get rich. You're a scheme for them to get rich. It's a hard, cold, red pill to swallow, gentlemen, but you got to understand that's where we're at. That's where we're at. If any young man is watching this dope head right here as an example of anything positive, moral, ethical, I'm going to question that individual's way of thinking. 16 good people in the house. We are 15 minutes from the top of the hour, and we're still going strong in here. The link is out there. It's not pinned yet. Let me put that link to you one more time. If any of you wants to get up on panel, you can get up on panel. I promise you. So, all right. Get back to her.
Big Mama ain't around no more. The house coats are gone. Big Mama used to swing that old house coat and she'd whoop you too. See, that's another thing. Big Mama beat your ass. See, if you do get out of line, you didn't say certain things in front of Big Mama. It was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, paw. You didn't do all that foolishness because you'll get your whole head knocked off your body. So now we're looking at a situation now where basically nobody has respect for anything. So now they don't even have respect for no relationship to even think that it's gonna work. School teachers are teaching it. The government is saying that you can, man and man, woman and woman. It's all over the television. We live in a corrupt society now. OG, I'm sorry, I just left you all the way to the right.
Oh, you way over my pay grade. You
Yeah.
about marriage.
Yeah. I know you don't never believe in it. You wanted the constructive, destructive type guys, So I definitely respect you and your beliefs, and I understand them, I really do. I look at what you are, and I understand perfectly why you are how you are, When it comes down to this media and this relationship stuff and divorcing, I would just say,
oh, hold on, guys. Hold on.
UBS's shift from scanning to sensing means our best ever package precision.
saying it's hard enough trying to be married and keeping it moralistically straight. Imagine doing it and passing your old lady around. That's crazy, man.
No, if he was willfully passing his woman around to people, then he's an even bigger dumbass and an idiot than I thought he was. Who in their right mind, as a self-respecting man, passes his woman around for everybody to have a turn on? The OnlyFans should have tipped you off. Who does that? Who does that? Hold on. What did Misanthrope say here? You said divorce was monetized. Title 4D is what states how much of a cut the courts get for splitting up families. Yeah. There's a channel called Amin Osiris that lays out Title 4D. He goes into detail about it. Mods, if I can get you to put his channel link in the chats here for Misanthrope to go take a look at. Amin Osiris lays it out exactly what it is. So if you want to learn a little bit more about it, he goes into a little bit more detail than I do with it. So it is what it is. Again, you're passing your woman around. Homie, what are you doing? And you've got a 5-year-old child in your house watching you both do this dumb shit. What are you teaching these people, man? What are you teaching that little kid? Do you care?
If I may.
Go ahead, man.
The kid is nothing but collateral. It doesn't matter. Because as long as they keep on doing shit like this, nothing would ever come to fruition. Both of these individuals encapsulates what society is right now. Not on an entire scale, but just a small substrata. It seems to me that the idea of marriage is no longer feasible for men. And they damn sure the men in the chat will rather be themselves than this dumbass in this screen.
Yeah. The kid is watching these two morons make a fool of each other. And that child is going to grow up internalizing that, thinking that's how it is for reality, because to that child, that is its reality. That is the child's reality of what people are doing. You know, when these younger generations say that this is what it is and they've seen this growing up, they're not lying. They're not wrong. That is their reality because that's what people are doing. and what people are allowed to do. And
That
so
kid is gonna,
go ahead.
and when that kid grows up to be like the mama or the daddy, it only further encapsulates and further strengthens this debauchery onto society.
I mean, and now you're in a situation, Mr. Adam, where you have made your bed. She has made her bed. You both have made each other look like fucking fools. So you're both going to get what you get. Honestly, the both of you are going to get what you get. The child is the only victim in this circumstance, as far as I'm concerned. You're pimping your woman out. She has no problem being pimped out. She wants to be treated like she's still living at home as a teenager with an allowance being given to her to go blow and spend on whatever the fuck she wants because she ain't got no responsibilities, ain't got no job. Sits there and spreads herself on OnlyFans like butter on toast. Probably buttering somebody's toast right now as we speak. And you just sit there like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna pay for you to live in my house. And if they want some of your cookie, that's all right. Give them a nibble. And you think that that's okay with a child in your house watching this? Your child, there is no way in hell, even at 5 years old, there's no way in hell that child doesn't know what its mother's doing. It has to have walked in on her at some point, asking her for something, money or whatever. Because I don't know if it's a he or she. That's why I'm saying it. I don't, and when we point this stuff out to you, when we point this stuff out to these young men and we tell you that this is the people that a lot of these young people are looking up to for inspiration. The young people are looking up to trash for inspiration. You're looking at the very lowest of the low, the gutter trash of our society right here. Setting a wonderful example for future generations to follow in your footprints. Selfish billionaires is what I call it. And then again, I don't really care because I don't care for these people. I don't care for either one of them. They're both morons.
You know what I'm saying? So this didn't surprise me when I seen the split, when I seen it pop up, because at the end of the day, man, it ain't no easy win when you're trying to build something together with somebody. And for them to put it out.
They weren't building anything together except a place where a lot of money was being accumulated. You might as well have called it a safe house in a video game because that's all it was. It wasn't no home. There's nothing home about anything they were doing. There's a difference between a house and a home. You feel what I'm saying? Some of you older people in here, you know what I'm talking about when I say that. There's a difference between a house and a home. What these two were doing is called playing house. What they were doing is what I call a situationship. They were coexisting together. They were both making money. They were both using each other to make money. Yeah, they're the very definition of what partnership means under the context of marriage these days. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. They might as well have been called Bonnie and Clyde. They weren't robbing no motherfucker. They might as well have been called it. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Out there the way they did, it just goes to show, man, and the child is involved that, hey, man, you can't, this here is something you really can't play with it, bro. You talk,
I'm listening to what you're saying, and it's the morality change. When I was growing up, that was a girl's biggest insight in her future life is to have a husband and to be a housewife, right?
Right.
And me and your brother was talking, and I was telling about what DEI came about, and it had nothing actually to do with blacks. It was white women trying to get into the workplace and make the same amount of money as white men, and they took off their bras, right?
Right.
And they were going through the streets, and it shocked white America that these
I disagree with you, sir, because DEI has clearly shown that minorities are who they're after. I don't know what reality you're living in, but the minorities that DEI hired is in plain sight.
We're making these office women, and they came out with the cigarette Virginia Slim.
Yeah.
And Virginia Slim will go into the workplace and blacks tagged along. So we came into a situation where it came out. And I'm not a fan of Steve Harvey, right?
Right.
But just so happened I had his radio station on yesterday, and the girl asked him, what did he think about women getting married and keeping their last names, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get married now, a woman has Donna Rogers Smith. She holds her daddy's name, right?
Right.
So her individuality. And Steve Harvey said, hell no, you can't marry me like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want your daddy's name, stay with your daddy. I come in to protect and serve, and I take care of the family.
I said it before yesterday. I'll say it again. Hold on, my chat's fucking up on me. Just a second, guys. Chat's fucking around on me. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Because DEI is not in favor of white men or women. What's going on, Gutters? Hold back my dog. Ain't got no dogs. What's going on? What's going on in the chat? Yeah, the DEI hiring has clearly made it so that minorities and women, whatever color, gets in the workplace. Ain't about no white people, man. Come on, that's part of that race hustle bullshit I can't stand. You know damn well that there ain't no race hustling going on. Come on, man. Come on, man. I said it before, I'll say it again. If a woman can do the exact same thing a man can do, if she can own everything he can own, if she can pay the same taxes, she can vote, she can drive, she can do everything, what is the point of having the man in the equation anymore? What is the point of the man being in the equation at that point with her? Again, I said it yesterday. I said it a few days ago on another stream. How do you... when the law has come in and taken the purpose of man's ability to be the man of the household from men, they've taken every bit of purpose it means to be a man of the household away from you in the law. What's left for a man to do except coexist and just pay bills with her? You know, what is the point of that? Why does women even still want men at that point? The purpose of the man being in the household has been taken from him, not by his own choice under the laws. The government has no problem making your business their business, wedging that big old cock meat sandwich they call the law into your household, colored red, white, and blue, and telling you we gonna do what we want. You both belong to us, the state. You both gonna abide by our rules. You both gonna get married how we say. You're gonna split this property how we say. You're gonna go through our judges, our avenues. You're gonna do what we say about every bit of it. That is why men don't fucking bother. It don't matter what people say or think or feel about it. That's what it is. Men ain't wasting our time. Look, I told him, and Gutters, you're still here in the chat, I'm sure. You know what I'm talking about when I say the other day on that stream, this is why I said what I did. This is exactly why I say what I did. And I haven't changed my mind about it. There ain't no fucking point to a man getting married in this modern day and age when every bit of it is completely taken out of his hands against his will and permission. Every bit of it is outsourced. We didn't. I'm gonna tell you right now, we didn't stop liking women. I didn't. I really do. I still like women. Just not going to act upon it as long as these assholes are still in charge. This situation right here, though, every bit of it, Phoenix, good to see you, brother. Hope all's well with you. Every bit of it. It's clown world, homie. You got two clowns masquerading as professional adults with a child. Like I said, I don't care what happens to either one of these two people. The child is what I care about. Because that child is growing up seeing what trash looks like, repeated in its face constantly every single day of its life. 5 years old, it's already starting to internalize a few things from mommy. Just saying.
And if you like me enough, you should like my name. If you want your daddy's name, keep your daddy.
That's real. I agree with that 100%.
And so now we've come, instead of being in a relationship, now in these relationships are not cohesive, they're competitive.
Right.
And the only ones that's infected of that is the Black community. And I love the communication you and your wife have, right?
Right.
And the only thing that I didn't grow up to want to be married because I was scared of girls. Well, everybody in my neighborhood had a wife and went to work and this and that, but they used to call me Big Nose Marv and that I was adopted. I hated girls.
Right.
But I aspired to be like my father.
That's
right?
real. Mm-hmm.
And I aspired to be like my father. I never had a wife, but I took care. The first new car my mother ever had outside of after my father died was Marvin Kinsey bought it for.
That's real.
And everything that my father did for my mother, when I got grown, I did it for.
Wow.
Because I had that much respect for my father. And to hear you say that, and it's not no reflection on you, it's a reflection on society and the community.
Right.
For your children to see how you and your wife interact, it would appease them. I want to get married and have a wife just like you, or I want to have a husband just like you, Dad. But they bow.
Hold on. Let's do this commercial break.
Correct. That's exactly right.
Because they see, it's not what they see at home. They see so much outside the home.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And if everybody doing this.
Now go down that road for just a second. You talking about these kids watching all of this stuff on social media, you know, watching cartoons. I just put a community post out on my channel about a day or two ago about Cartoon Network openly supporting Pride Month and showing gay characters in multiple cartoons. That's the type of crap that's in their face. That's the type of crap. Yeah. That's the type of crap that they're putting in these children's faces day in and day out. You damn right I got a problem with it. Because when I was growing up, that crap wasn't on TV. You understand? That crap was not on TV when I grew up in Cartoon Network. You didn't see it in Ed, Edd n Eddy. You didn't see it in Dexter's Lab, Cow and Chicken, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Toonami, Hikami. You didn't see you didn't see any of that. And then it went to the dogs. Then propaganda got a hold of it. These children sitting on these phones constantly all day long, going to school, seeing it on other people's phones and tablets, and going to their buddy's house or whatever, and seeing this crap all over social and mainstream media. And then because nobody is able to stand up and challenge this openly, and people back them, these kids are seeing this as the set standard in our culture and thinking that that's okay and normal. And then when they grow up confused, Because there's confusion. That little child in this family right here, I'm sure is confused as the day is long about what's going on. Why does mommy always want to go do her thing? Why are we not ever together as a family? Why is she locking the doors during the day and I can't get in there to talk to her and hang out and watch TV with her and play? That's because mommy's in the bedroom playing with herself. Now that's some real shit you could take to the bank. Because some of these people in this culture have never grown the fuck up. Some of these people are still children mentally in their brain pans. That child right there is watching two grown adult-sized children in her life, his life, whatever it is. This child has two children for parents. It ain't no wonder these children grow up confused. Yeah, you got to be real with it, though. You got to be real with it, though. This is what's happening. The mom locks the door and films herself where nobody can see her. If they're so damn proud of it, why are they locking doors and isolating themselves? Ask yourself that. If OnlyFans is such a great thing, if whoring around, if doing the night walking is such a great thing and it's so beneficial for society and we should respect these people, then why do they do it in isolation? Why are they ashamed of it every time they do it? Why do they have to lock the doors knowing that it's indecent with children around? That's why. Because they know it's indecent. Because they know it's wrong. And this dumbass here, the daddy, Mr. 22, probably a 22-year-old himself, I don't know, sitting here paying her like a pimp. No foresight. No, what's going to happen when we're gone and this child is an adult herself or himself. Nothing about it, boy. No, not a single thought in these two heads. Because both of them are acting like fucking thoughts. So I got something for you, Playboy. Absolutely, just.
So many different ways. Then the waiter that we had, he was a younger man. I asked him same thing, and it was just me, my daughter, and my son, and the waiter. And the waiter was young too, and he said, "Yeah, I never get married, man. We don't believe that way." And it's like, wow, man, like this is crazy to me that society has flipped this thing so far out that people don't even believe like that no more. And it's only the last of a dying breed, man. But I mean, you just, like I said, I think it's a thing where we got to figure it out. I just think that family is powerful. I think it is. I think our children.
Let me put this to you. The ability to have a family never changed. The ability to start and have a family in this culture never changed. The people changed. The laws changed. The laws changed people. Having a family, wanting a family, those things never change, even with us MGTOW men. A lot of people here would still love to have that. A lot of us here probably do still want that. Some people that used to be a part of this group went and did that. Red Pill Rhino ring a bell to any of you here? The ability, the desire for a man to still want to perform his biological function and duties in the culture never changed. The people out here with the ability to make things happen with the laws and credential places did change everything. You can't change biology. You can't change a man wanting to have a woman and have a family. The only thing a MGTOW man can do is preserve himself from what's happening out here. And that's what we do. Because you have no choice. You have no other choice. You can't change the laws. None of you here, me here, I can't change the laws. You can't even afford to fight back against these laws. Nobody here can afford it. You can't even get people on the same page about what color ice cream they like. Most people are out here fighting each other over skin color, over the color of t-shirts, hoodies, rags. It's such a stupid culture we live in. It really is full of stupid people that we live in. I just, there's sometimes, Hikami, I wonder how people wakes up every day and has a cognitive thought in their head. How did we get this far in this culture? How in the blue hell did we get this far in this culture?
I do not know, man.
That's exactly my sentiments, because I don't know either. You got the fire got up here, and you got the outlaw bringing the fire. So you got plenty of burning it down up here today. Not bragging on me or nobody. I'm just saying. This is something I don't play about. You got a kid involved? Yeah, you damn right. It's gonna bring out the protector. It's gonna do something. It's gonna piss me off. But there is nothing you can do about it because the law prevents you from stepping in and calling her what she rightfully is, and calling him what he rightfully is, and holding them rightfully accountable for it. The law itself prevents that. When the law is supposed to be on people's side. The law wasn't even written by the people that protects it, supposedly. The law was written by people who have lobbied moneyed interest against the people. Mr. Enoch, you're just in time, homie.
Grow up to be in the home with the father, to be in the home with the mother. I think it's a dope thing.
I get another commercial in here.
When I wake up,
gotta get one more. Gotta get one
in last
more.
place. I need the power of Old Spice.
Thing, I really do.
Yes, it is.
I didn't get to do it with my parents till I was 9, and I mean, they stayed together till I was 9 years old, and then they divorced. But at the end of the day, I got enough of it to believe in my father and watch my father get up every day and go to work, and watch my mother get up and, you know, clean up and do the things that she done. She might have got a part-time job here or something, cleaning or doing anything. But at the end of the day, it was enough for me to understand that family did mean something. It didn't take much. It was enough for me to know with my grandparents who stayed together for so many years, over 50 years, man. I seen it, and I knew it's real.
It's a stability, and it grows a character. I've been in the same house all my life. First time I ever spent the night away from 921 West Elm Street was going to juvenile hall. I've never stayed in an apartment. We never stayed. My father bought a house, and we've been in a house all our life.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
You know, so it's just like you say, the moral character today is, you know, that we don't take those things and hold them as I want to get married and get a house. And
let me tell you something. Take this situation right here, for example. There is absolutely zero morals with either one of these two. You're willing to cross all kinds of lines and boundaries you should not be crossing as a man, Adam. Letting people ogle your wife, letting her do OnlyFans for millions of other people in the safety and privacy of their own homes. You have a child watching all this that apparently you're not trying to shield from it. You know, you're paying this woman like you're a pimp. Nothing about any of this screams morals, ethics, values, foundations, principles. This is an example of what not to do. The wife, the quote unquote wife in this situation, might as well still be living at home with her parents because that's mentally where she's at. Allowing you to pay her like she's still living at home with an allowance. The only difference is she's an adult, physically, not mentally, physically. You see, it takes more to be an adult than just physically become larger. You have to mentally grow too. You have to spiritually grow as a person. Physicalness is only going to get you so far. But when all you care about is survival, when all you care about is what it takes to survive in this culture, and you putting that above everything else because that's apparently what she's doing, then you're going to get what you're going to get, homie. That's why most people today don't believe in any of this. They don't want no part of this. When MGTOW men sits here and watches all this crap going down, and you think to yourself, yeah, this is why I went MGTOW, because of stupid shit like this. This is exactly why. There shouldn't be any questions why we are the way we are. I still get idiots from time to time. What are you guys, faggots? What are you, a bunch of queers? What are you hate women? What do you not like women? And I look at them and I shake my head because it's like, dude, you have no idea what you're even talking about. People that have matured in this culture have seen this stuff so long, they've gotten so tired of it, they want something else, and the people of the culture just do not want to change, man. Once a woman sets in to want to do this, how are you going to stop her? How is this culture going to stop women when they get this set in their heart and minds that this is who they are and this is what they want to do? When millions upon millions of women adopts this blueprint, like this idiot here, and that becomes the societal norm because nobody can stop it, nobody knows how to stop it. Gentlemen, you got to be smart enough to see it for what it is and get out of its way. Don't get swept up in it. Don't become part of it. That's why we tell you, go MGTOW. Develop them morals, ethics, values, and principles. Control that biology, because if you give in, chances are you're going to be walking around with an STD you can't get rid of, and your health is going to be in decline. You're going to be no different than any of these people out here that does this crap. These people are miserable. Son, if you could reach in and look into their minds and their hearts right now, every one of the people that does this crap are miserable. They wish they could go back. Do you know how many times I've heard people tell me personally, like at church or other places in private, when they look at there and they tell me, they say, Outlaw, I wish that I could go back and I could take back everything that I did. I wish that I had waited before marriage. I wish that I'd have waited and done this stuff. Because that's where a lot of these people are. That's where a lot of these people are right now in this culture. They wish they could go back and do it over again. But because they've adopted the mindset of we're all going to die and there's no point in any of this. That's why so many people are on head meds. So many people are depressed because they've made choices they shouldn't have made, and now they can't go back and change it again. And so now the best thing they can do is get on fucking head meds and drink themselves silly until they die. And then what was the point of all of it? What was the point of all of it? We sit here and we tell these generations constantly over and over and over, don't make the same mistakes these previous generations did. Don't make these mistakes these previous generations did. And then when these kids start doing it, and because you've got a culture that will not allow men to father or to do any of this stuff to these people, you have a culture right now that won't allow men to be men anymore. Because God forbid you actually course correct some of this, you get your little butt thrown in jail. There ain't nothing you can do at that point, Hoss. It starts in the home and it spreads outward. If men cannot be fathers in their own house, if men cannot be leaders and heads of their own household, none of this matters. And you're constantly seeing people repeat the same mistakes over and over again every single damn day of the week. And at some point, it gets to the point where every one of you here, and myself included, begins to see the pattern so clearly and get so tired of seeing the pattern so clearly and call this out every day so clearly, there ain't nothing you could do about it unless people want to change about it. I have done this type of content now for nearly 5 years, solid. I have talked about this. I have seen this in everyday life. I know people. Some of them's in my family. Some of them's in your family. Some of you have been through it. It gets old seeing this stuff every single day of the week. Multiple times. And knowing that none of us can do anything about it because the laws will step in and toss you in jail and put some shiny bracelets on them wrists because of how corrupt this culture is. You see, there's a thing with leadership. Let me go over here real quick because Ramadi sent me something on Discord.
All right.
You see, when the leadership of this culture is setting a bad example and incorrect, it's going to follow. It's going to trickle down. When the leadership of this country is in moral jeopardy, and it so much is, everything else is going to crumble around it. Let me see what he's got for me here. Let me get off my soapbox for a minute, man. I'm trying to calm down. Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. Ramadi here. Let me send Ramadi the link. I'm going to give you good people the link. I've been sitting here running my chops for the last 30 minutes. Put it in the chat here. Anybody wants to get up on panel and say, Outlaw, shut up. Shut up, Outlaw. Shut up.
Travel. We want to buy shoes instead of a house, buy a $300,000 car and stay in the projects. That's foolery.
That's foolery, bro. And I always tell people all the time, if you really pay attention to it, yeah, if you stand up 10 billionaires, 9 of them married. I can't say that because that's statistically true. You look at your top tier people, they are, I'm just being real. It's not an easy thing to do, but if you can figure it out for your family, man, it's dope to see grandparents there with the children and everybody there. It's crazy when you go to a family reunion. If you ever been to one, to see the grandparents still together. I was able to witness, not just my family, but other families.
YouTube is being stupid. Oh, good grief. Sorry about that, man.
I'm sorry because I'm sorry because after we got off the call earlier, man, I wound up dozing off, so I apologize for showing up late.
There you go. Yeah, you good, brother?
I don't know, man. I was listening. Right. This doesn't sound very chill. What'd this guy do?
No, he's just, him and her are just one of the biggest piles of trash on the internet.
They look familiar, but I can't remember why.
Adam 22. It's the Adam 22 situation. I'm starting to feel like Stone Cold right now. Get these piles of trash out of my face.
Get these pieces of trash out of my ring.
What?
Thought it was real dope and live to see that. So, man, I hate this, man. But at the end of the day, if I had to guess on it, I could have seen this coming a mile away, man. Real talk, OG. Thank you for sitting in on this one. I know you could care less about marriage. It's not your thing, but You know what I'm saying? Family is important to me.
No,
But
I can care less about Adam Square. I don't see how he thought he could make a marriage last when he did a honeymoon and had a threesome.
oh my God, it's tough, ain't it, man?
Had a threesome on his honeymoon.
Yeah, Outlaw, can you really feel sorry for these guys? Because we see and hear stories like this every day.
No.
Because they stupidly put their lives on social media for everyone and their fucking mother to see it. And he picked her. He knew what the fuck she was when he fucking decided to marry her.
No, I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for that pile of trash over there with that wig piece on. I feel sorry for that child, though. That child is.
Oh, they have a kid?
They have a kid, yes. Yes. The mother is doing OnlyFans and getting trains and everything else ran on her. He has no problem with people ogling his wife, passing her around like the potatoes at Thanksgiving. has no problem with her sitting there spreading eagle on the bed in there, letting millions of people ogle her.
I mean, hey,
this is some fucked up shit, man.
No, it's his choice, and if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't know about it. But these in instances like this, I'm like, thank God for social media.
Yeah, because again, these people are stupid enough to put this out there to the world, and you ought to be smart, not you, but people in general ought to be smart enough to see this, understand that this is happening, do better than this, be better than this. It's called them morals, ethics, values, and principles, called controlling the biology. Had this joker here controlled his biology, he wouldn't be in this situation.
How long have they been married?
5 years. No, 3 years.
They made it that long, and she's been doing that the whole time? Well, hell, she was probably doing it before.
Let me cap this off.
He's just gonna wind up another fucking divorce statistic.
Probably just living together. Probably was just living together. Based upon everything I've heard, they probably were just living together because they had a child together before marriage, which is wedlock, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. This takes away. It's hard to make people believe in something when it's out in the public this way, and they just doing it anyway with no morals, with no structure, and they just do it any kind of way. Yeah, it's gonna confuse the people because they.
So if they're immoral as hell, the day is long, then why do people put them on social media for people to see them? Why do they want to be seen to the public?
Outlaw, can I address something that he said before you paused it? The very last thing he said.
Yes,
he said people are confused. How is anybody with eyes to see and ears to hear confused about what's being displayed by this couple on social media? How is anybody confused about that?
No clue.
So I don't understand why he would say something like that, because it's not confusing at all.
Like, what the hell is
Yeah, I have no clue, man.
that? You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's wild, man. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox, guys. If you guys are still watching, man, I'm telling you right now, man, this is gonna be crazy, man. They decided not to have not one black juror for Carmelo Anthony's trial, man, and we're gonna be talking about that.
There it is. There it is. I knew the race hustle was coming.
Can we watch that? Is he going to keep going, or is he going to cut off the video?
It was fixing to cut off. It had like another.
Oh, was it?
Seconds,
so. Tune back in next week.
If you two want to, we could talk about it.
Oh no, I wanted to listen to that guy talk about it.
Oh no, he was wrapping the video up. He wasn't going to talk about it.
Oh, okay. No, so that's bullshit. Anyway, that's not true. That is not true. There was like a Muslim woman, or a couple of Muslims, couple of Asians, You know, it wasn't just, you know, pure white as the driven snow crackers all sitting in the jury box.
Let me show y'all real quick what we're talking about here. For those of you who are still sticking around, 19 people in the chat. Let me show y'all what we were talking about earlier with Cartoon Network. I'm gonna start calling them Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network thinks it's a good idea to put all of this representation in your children's programming, because that's what it's called. That's why it's called programming. Let me go ahead and show y'all this neat little picky pick here. It'll pull up here. I want you, if you got children at home, if any of you happen to have young sons or young daughters at home and they watch cartoons, I want you to look at this. Cartoon Network. Love is beautiful. Now more than ever, our LGBTQ family deserves to be seen, celebrated. This is from their official page. Uh-huh. Is that what you want your kids watching? Why does children need to be made aware of someone? Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network. Do they even still make cartoons for kids?
They shut down about a year or so ago. All the studios shut down. I think it's all digital now.
No, but I'm saying the cartoons on Cartoon Network, are those for kids or are they for adults? Because from what I've seen, majority of that crap on there is geared towards an older crowd, not like little kids like most cartoons should be.
My question to y'all again, and I'm gonna say it one more time for good measure. Why does this alternative lifestyle need to be seen in front of kids? Why does children need to see this? What part of that is normal to you? Why does a child need to see any of this?
Is this the first time they've done something like that?
They don't. They don't. They don't. A child does not need to see any piece of this on their television sets. And Cartoon Network is doing this because a lot of the channels and brands and all that is not going out of their way anymore to celebrate Pride Month. You're not seeing the Rainbow Mafia flag on the fucking Chevrolet emblems no more, or the fucking Skittles packs, or any of that dumb shit. So some of these places are taking it upon themselves to push it harder. Push it. What does LGBT now stand for, folks? Lesbians, gays, was it? They say bisexuals. I don't believe that crap exists. Transsexuals, which you know is trannies. Qs, which are queers, which is what they already are anyway. And not long ago, they were trying to put pedophilia in that moniker because there's some people beginning to get upset because pedophiles are not included in this.
Well, I thought that's what the plus was.
Why? Because LGBT is politically backed and motivated, and it's getting national attention with sponsorships and political campaigns. Meaning, it's in the public eye. It has momentum. It has public notoriety. That's why you have all of these people wanting their representation under this umbrella. You have people that have been gay for whatever reason that don't want to have this happen. That's actually a thing, whether people believe it or not. I've heard some gay people say we can't stand that this is happening. Whether you believe that or not, that's up to you. Your children has this in front of their eyeballs. in some way, shape, or form somewhere. If it ain't Cartoon Network, their favorite social media people are pushing it. Their favorite television shows like Sesame Street is pushing it. Sesame Street is about a fucking puppet. Not literally, but that's what they're trying to get it to mean. Them sickos probably do fuck the puppets on that show. Who knows?
Dude, you almost made me spit out my beer when you said that.
It's a show about puppets. ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, counting. What is an alternative sexual lifestyle got to do with fucking numbers and letters? I don't know, man. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that all day. Let me show you some more stuff here.
Well, just so you know, Outlaw, and it's being shown on social media that in a lot of major cities, you know, the whole Pride Month crap doesn't have as much traction as it did last year because they lost a lot of that shit. The corporate sponsorships are fucking going away because those corporations are like, you're costing us money. We want to make money.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the almighty dollar is going to take precedent over politics.
Yeah. Yeah, money talks and bullshit walks. I didn't make that up.
Happy Pride, one and all. Team 4-Star, one of the funniest channels on YouTube at one time, making abridged cartoons, is now celebrating the fact that they want faggotry in the culture celebrated. They want alternative lifestyles celebrated. Talking about the infamous Dragon Ball Z abridged that most people here are familiar with. Team 4-Star thinks it's okay to push this. Not only do they push the gay flag, they've got a shirt just for you, trannies. Yeah, this is why it matters what people watch and see and everything else in this culture. This is why it matters. How many people watches Team 4-Star? Oh, just about several million subscribers. It's in your culture. It's in your culture. Howie Mandel doesn't want to touch the OnlyFans model he was meeting. So what does he do? Puts a big old plastic screen in front of his face and puts gloves on. She's an old. That shit had me rolling when I fucking saw that.
He's like, "Get back, you fucking diseased bitch!"
Yeah, look at this shit, man. Look at this. He got a big old looks like a SWAT team, glass shield in front of him.
Like a riot shield.
Yeah, she's like, "What the fuck's going on, man?" Oh man, there you go. That's what it's all about, right there. Howie Mandel, from what I understand, is a germaphobe. I didn't know anything about that.
Still funny.
There you go. Oh, it's very funny. Kyle Busch. Oh, there's Andrea hanging out with the bear. She didn't choose the bear. Natalie Dickhead having a meltdown over crashing in a NASCAR race. Billy Eyelash talking about creatures don't deserve to die, but I'm okay with aborted fetuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think that's about it. There we go. All right. So, good to have everybody here. Oh, there's Mr. Frost. What's going on, brother? Mr. Frost, good to see you. Retarded Dwarf, National Boy Lovers Association wants in, man. Whoa.
What?
Do you think they'll ever openly welcome NAMBLA into LGBTQ ops? I don't know, bro.
Oh.
I don't even know what NAMBLA is. You'll have to spell that one out for me. Steve Sanchez, they also put black and brown people in LGBT. Oh, of course. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, because all of that is just conveniently, the same thing, right?
Well, faggotry, you know, is equal across the board, man. It doesn't, faggotry is not racist. So, you know,
That
there's
Billy
that.
dude. Yeah, they say she's a chick. I don't know. Billie Eilish, I think, is a chick. Fuck, I don't know.
I think it's a woman.
I don't listen to her bullshit. I was expecting Team 4-Star to celebrate this demonic month. Yeah, it's what I'm saying, man. It don't make no sense, does it? It don't make no sense. And then somebody in the comments told me that one of the people that writes that show were openly gay, and I'm like, as if I knew that. I don't pay attention to that crap. I don't, honestly. I'm not that interested in those people. Like, just make something funny and shut the fuck up. I don't want to know about your stupid ass viewpoints on political stuff. Fuck off, man. If I want Stone Cold to tell me what he feels about women, I'll ask him. Other than that, shut up and go wrestle, homie. Go wrestle. Don't care. Don't have no fucks to give about it. All right, good people. We're gonna switch gears. Do you guys, what do you guys want to talk about and see now?
Oh, Outlaw, just real quick, while I'm thinking about it, I just wanted to give a shout out. And even though I know there's not many of them left, June 6th, 1944, Normandy, France. The Allies landed on Normandy Beach, or on Utah Beach, and we all know what happened after that. So for those men, if there's any left, for the ones that have, that died on that beach, cheers.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Didn't know it was today. Okay.
Yeah, they say that this is National Men's Mental Health Awareness Month also.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
And that people are getting up in arms because people want to celebrate men's mental health. And they're like, no, this is for gay people. No, it's not.
No,
that's
it's not.
A mental health issue. That's a mental health issue, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. We'll see if we can find something about that. Oh, that's a TED Talk. Better not play that. You better not. You better not. The following. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're going to put this up for you so you guys can see every piece of this. I said, good people, you want to join the panel? Come on up. We got the links in the chats. If anybody wants the link again, I'll put it in the link or put it in the chat again. We'll change gears a little bit and talk about Men's Mental Health Month, since this is Men's Mental Health Awareness. They're already giving me warnings on this video before we play it. This video contains descriptions of suicide and suicidal. What does that say? Ideation and suicidal attempts.
Suicidal ideations.
Okay.
That basically means thoughts of suicide. It's just a fancy way of saying that.
Yeah.
So it sounds more clinical.
Have you ever thought about taking your own life?
Yes. The sergeants found a noose in my closet that I was ready to use.
If nothing else, it's a wake-up call to some people who never really thought about men's mental health.
Have you ever thought about ending things?
No.
I have, for sure.
Yes.
Is that something you feel comfortable sharing?
Yes. I have been in really, really rough water, and the thought was this is a way out of it.
There's been moments where I've definitely felt the pressure of life.
I feel like I was not meeting expectations of my parents, so I just obviously was feeling like a failure, and that my life was also just going to be a constant failure.
You ask yourself, why, do I deserve this?
Suppressing all your emotions deep down where nobody can find them.
There are no problems. There's just weakness.
By the way, let me know if the stream goes down in case we're playing something copywritten.
I don't know. You got the fair use. You got the fair use thing scrolling.
Hold on.
I mean, I'm not saying that'll necessarily save you, but I mean, it's worth a shot.
Get out there. It ain't gonna save me. If they want to pull this stream, they're gonna pull this stream. All I got to do is have you guys tell me if they're trying to shut me down, and I'll stop it.
Hey, you didn't play the fucking the big fat girl intro today, did you?
Oh, do any of you guys want to see that?
I'd love to see it, especially since you got a damn channel strike for it. I think that's funny as fuck.
My dog beat up a husky dog park today. Oh shit! Uh-oh. Hell no, man. What's going on with Scrub? All right. Prepare to have your eyes subverted. I give you Hola Fat Mode in A minor. Oh man, I thought y'all.
If this house is a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
That fat bitch is pop locking and dropping, making the house rock. Pop locking and dropping it, making the house rocking.
Fucking seismographs going off, earthquakes being reported.
Of like stroking the water to keep my head above.
I can't wait for YouTube to give me a strike on that one.
Have you ever considered committing suicide?
I have attempted twice, but it's something I'm very open with talking about, because I think if we want to normalize mental health, that means we have to have the uncomfortable conversations about
what led to these thoughts. Why were you depressed? Don't just say you were.
Right. Well, it's probably edited that way.
Just moments in our lives that make us.
No, I was just going to say it's just the video is just probably edited that way, just to say, yes, guys think about it too. Guys do it too. Not like the Asian guy was like, I didn't live up for whatever reason. He felt like he wasn't living up to the expectations of his parents, and he thought he was going to be a failure, so he wanted to kill himself. That's not your fault. That's your parents' fault.
You guys good in the chat? Motion sickness, and one of you said my screen's about to break. Good thing I got a bucket nearby. It's your home. It's your home earthquake proof.
think about where we're at, you have to talk about it with somebody and be honest about it. There's nothing wrong with having those thoughts or feelings. It's very normal.
I think guys are taught to just kind of tough it out. To be a man,
Wait,
you gotta
wait,
be strong.
wait. It's not normal to think about ending your own life. That's not normal. You have to be in a very, very bad fucking place to even have that thought cross your mind. That's not normal thinking.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not normal. So I don't know where they're coming from with this.
In like rock for the family.
Suck it up. Being a man, like, you just couldn't show your feelings was really like one of the biggest things that got me growing up. Yeah.
I would fall and bruise my knee, and I would be like, ow. My dad would like slap me or kick me and be like, what are you doing? Just be strong.
Have you ever considered committing suicide?
No.
$1,000 says this dude right here is gay. Hiss.
Well, he's wearing a fucking, that's an affront against the band Kiss, and it's got cats on it. So yeah, nothing against his mental whatever personally, but yeah, he's probably a fucking pole smoker.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good.
Yeah, nope, haven't.
No. Personally, I have never.
That hits deep because my dad committed suicide. You know what I mean? When I was 10 years old. And I seen the pain that inflicted on my family. Like, I wouldn't want to do that to my family.
I created a very strange rule around the fact that now I can't ever do it. Since my uncle took that slot of suicide, I can't now be another person in the family to just do that when I have clear evidence of how it affects everyone.
Have you ever considered committing suicide?
That dude was about to cry on camera, man. Whatever he went through must have been big. Must have been huge. But notice they're not giving the reasons. They're not going into detail. I wonder if they ever go into detail about that.
They probably did. They just edited it out for the video. I don't know why they would do that.
I think.
I mean, especially if they were willing to
But
talk
see, that's
about it
part of the
openly
problem.
on
That's part
camera.
right there is because. Well, that's part of the issue right there. If you're not allowed to go into detail and illustrate it out, why are you even saying these things? Like, I mean, again, yeah, we know you're depressed. You're on this video. We know you've committed suicide. You guys are here. That's not what we came for. We want to hear why. Make the details. Give us details. Why? Somebody almost did that by saying we were never allowed to show our emotions growing up. Yeah, you guys are seeing this dude's nails. Look at this shit, man. God damn these people, faggots.
What in the actual fuck is that?
People have contemplated that. Probably as a...
That dude right there is gay, too. You can tell by looking at him.
Probably like 14, 15?
Yeah.
This guy's clearly gay. Look at this dude.
Rough adolescence. In my case, growing up homeschooled and fundamentalist Christian in a environment when I, didn't yet know I was queer.
There it is. There it is.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
Boy called it. Your boy called it. Now, what do we show people for this? What do we show them? Do we want bitch ass Nilka? Something else. What do we want, gents?
Sure, why not?
Do we want the pimp's prayer? Do we want the bitch ass Nilka? What do we want?
Give them both.
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Use a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass. Use a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, rock with me, Robin.
Somebody wants to see him get a pimp slap? Who better but a pimp named Slickback?
Let us pray the pimp's prayer. Lord, please pray for the soul of this bitch and guide my pimp hand and make it strong, Lord, so that she might learn a hoe's place. Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna say something. This guy was
Go
saying,
for it, man.
In my adolescence, my teenage years, I was raised in a conservative Christian, but whatever. Okay, whatever. You got through that to adulthood, and now you can live however the hell you want to live. So, by all accounts, this guy's a winner, right?
Theoretically.
Theoretically, he's a winner. And again, a lot of these guys, again, and I'm not shitting on them, so hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm shitting on them, but a lot of these guys, it's probably like, because in my experience, and I've dealt with suicide in my own personal life. If you're gonna do it, you're just gonna do it. There's no fucking grandstanding. There's no note. There's no, dramatic expression of reaching out, threatening. There's none of that shit. You're just going to do it. And, attempting to do it and failing, you didn't want to kill yourself. You didn't want to take your own life. If you attempt, like that one guy said, I attempted twice. Well, then you didn't really want to die. Because if you really wanted to die, you would have got it right the first time.
That's what I'm saying. We need more context than just, I'm suicidal. I tried to kill myself twice. That's a statement. That's not even admitting anything. That's just a statement. Come on, man.
Environment for me.
A gay kid coming into my own, not really knowing how to handle that.
This dude, right, Big Bubba here is gay. Oh, what a surprise!
I mean, Jesus. Are they all? Are they all gay?
This channel's making with this.
Because damn, so far, man, every man that they've shown looks like he's got a little touch of the gayness on him.
This motherfucker looks like he goes down to the Chattahoochee River and wets lines and catches bass fish on the back of an F-150. Motherfucker, why are you gay? This motherfucker's got titties bigger than some women I've seen.
He's like, nigga, you gay?
You gay, nigga? What was that Riley says? You gay, nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you gay.
Lots of depressive and suicidal thoughts.
I have not.
No.
I'm fortunate to say that I
Damn, is that Red Pill Rhino? What the fuck? It was like Red Pill Rhino.
really haven't.
No.
I have.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and just say that all these 100 men that have been interviewed for whatever this is, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that they're all fags.
Man, we fixing to cut this shit. Literally the name of the program, cut. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut this shit. We're gonna find
that's really not a good video for what we're trying to talk about.
It ain't even talking about anything. All it says is, I've tried to commit suicide. That don't tell me nothing. You ain't even telling me how you try to commit suicide. You say, I tried to commit suicide, okay?
You a bitch ass.
Fuck out of here.
Bitch ass.
All right, I'm gonna put the link out one more time. And if anybody else wants to come up on panel, you are more than welcome. We're still taking topic requests. Whatever you good people want to talk about, we are still taking requests for the next 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna start closing it out because it's already 7 o'clock at night, and we're getting kind of into the evening hours here. So, what do you guys in the chat want to talk about? What do you guys on panel want to talk about for the final stretch of this stream? What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. Tommy, you got anything?
Yeah, I got something. Recently I've been watching anime, and I noticed a couple things about it. They still pushing love.
Mm-hmm.
They still pushing relationships and whatnot. And I just want to say that I get it. You're trying to push some normalcy out there, but it's not going to be enough. And it's never going to be enough. All these animes that showing all this romantic interest and whatnot, I couldn't fuck with it. I stayed away from it.
Well, I mean, like we said earlier in the stream, marriage don't mean anything anymore. What are you really pushing to people? I mean, it's what are these concepts? Because again, unless the laws get taken out of the way and marriage goes back to what it was supposed to be all along, it don't matter. You can push it all you want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I've said this. I don't know how many times, and I'll say it again. You know, for the fucking cheap seats. You know, the modern marriage vows aren't worth the fucking paper they're written on, because again, and we know this to be true, that the majority of divorces in this country are initiated by the woman, and she can just wake up one morning and it ain't even, I woke up on the wrong side of my bed, I'm on my period, you fucking pissed me off last night. It doesn't have to be anything like that. It could, the fucking sun shining through the blinds in the window pissed me off when I got up. So you know what? I'm going to go fucking file for divorce for irreconcilable differences, and I'm going to be granted the divorce, and I'm going to take half your shit. I'm going to take the house. I'm going to take the car. I'm going to take the fucking dog, and I'm going to take your kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But for richer, for poorer, for sickness and in health, till death do us part, just fucking word service doesn't mean shit.
Misanthrope. The last time I did one of those vids in particular, YouTube gave me a warning. They blocked my streaming places, so I can't play that. I know what you're talking about, though. Notification. Oh, hey, Mr. Viggs. You're not careful, I'll play that again. Just saying.
You got this whole damn place stinking up like shit.
Because Phoenix, unless you're still at work watching, I'll give you the original Colonel's 11 herbs and spice recipe.
Can you quit? Can you quit? There's not a thing on earth that can make it fit.
Oh man, oh man.
Wait, Outlaw, are you saying herbs? Are you saying herbs? HERBS?
11 herbs and spices.
Oh, you're saying herbs. I thought you were saying herbs. Yeah,
that's
silent
technically
H.
how you say it. But
I know.
That's technically, but I don't really care. The Colonel's original recipe. I don't care, man. It's just all good shit.
I don't like the original recipe. I've always been I know there was a time. I grew up in a time when there wasn't a choice. It was just the original recipe, and then they came out with extra crispy. I've always been an extra crispy guy from KFC.
Extra crispy.
I mean, it's still 11. It's still 11 herbs and spices, but I prefer the extra crispy.
I wish I knew what them ingredients was. God damn.
Oh, dude, that's
Riggs. If
like,
you want to hang out, Riggs, if you want to meet us over in VC, it ain't going to take too much longer. We're fixing to get out of here in about 15, 20 minutes in case nobody else comes on because go to the full 2.5 hours. See if we can find something to watch here in the meantime.
Yeah, you think that's like a corporate secret that's probably protected above the recipe. And I don't even.
But I mean, honestly, when I eat it, I can taste salt and pepper and celery salt and cumin and paprika and shit like that. So I mean, there's probably people that already knows what's in it.
Yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, you could probably make your own. You know, pretty close to make your own KFC fried chicken. The same thing if you wanted, to make your own like Coca-Cola, like the formula for Coca-Cola.
I mean, apparently the secret is a lot of it is the pressure cooker that they cook that chicken in too. So fast food isn't food. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Yeah, I know. KFC promotes halal. Yeah, because it's probably a bunch of them running the motherfucker. Started out as a southern restaurant, ran and owned and operated by a southerner, white man, and then all of a sudden, over the years, when it got corporate, oh no, man, we can't follow them ideals, homie. They're already trying to change Chick-fil-A too. Chick-fil-A used to be pure Christian.
That's why they were never open. Yeah, that's why they were never open on Sunday.
Right, and they actually, whether people agreed with them or not, they actually had standards. It wasn't up to people whether they were correct or not. The company had standards, and now that new management has come in, we're playing ball, baby. We want that money on Sunday too. All that lost revenue, all them chicken sandwiches. I couldn't tell you the last time I ate a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and the only thing I was in there, the honey barbecue sauce, the honey Chick-fil-A sauce. I don't care about nothing.
I saw a post. I think was it last week, and I can't remember where I saw it, but it looked like it was a Chick-fil-A, and I guess somebody had put a fucking Alphabet Mafia flag over the Chick-fil-A flag in front of the building, and somebody climbed up on the roof and somebody took a picture of it ripping that flag off. Now I don't know if Chick-fil-A, swings that way, but hopefully
Chick-fil-A
not.
Chick-fil-A used to be ran by people who were conservative Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happened from what I watched, and I could be wrong. So please, if you guys, don't jump me like we're in the back parking lot fixing to get my ass whooped. But because the food was so good and the service was so exceptional, people couldn't stop going there and eating there that didn't believe in Christianity. So I guess over time they're like, we got to make this motherfucker part of us, man. Because there are people that says Chick-fil-A is good. Personally, if I'm gonna make a chicken sandwich, I want something else. I don't fast food chicken. Bleh.
Well, I mean, Chick-fil-A. I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, it's all right. Like Popeyes has a good chicken sandwich.
Hey, Kami.
Yeah.
Did you know Andrea's now on the back of a city bus?
Of course she is.
Hold on now. No, not like that. Get your minds out of the gutters.
Oh, man.
My picture. Give me just a second. Hold on, gents. Stand by. What did he say? Let me, I got to do this real quick so that we can put the picture up here. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Oh, that's damn it. Damn it, that's the video. I gotta do it like this then. There you go, Hikami. Check this out, bro. cool, right?
I fuck with it.
Andrea ain't just on those. Andrea's literally on billboards too. Hold on, I'll show you. This one you actually might like better. I actually like this one. Oh, there's Rock Lobster. Rock Lobster.
Rock Lobster.
Rock Lobster. Give me just a second. It wasn't just a rock lobster. I'm gonna show you this. Hold on. Y'all mofos tell me what you think, homie. It'll hurry up and load, piece of shit. Rock lobster. All right, there we go. Miss Parker, the Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want. Miss Parker. God rest his soul, Bernie Mac. Let's see here. Miss Parker's getting she getting felt down by Bernie Mac, and her husband gets home and he's like a little midget. Motherfucking midget, man. Your creativity is approaching boss level. What y'all think about this for a boss? Would you tell this giant woman no? Look at her up there on that billboard. Y'all want that as a picture?
Oh.
If I made that into a poster, would y'all want that? Hikami, Ramadi. If I made this into a poster,
I can't really make it out that well, man, because my phone screen's so damn small.
Look at little Miss Andrea sitting up there on her billboard. Oh, yeah, Miss Andrea just up there chilling, loading her gun. Let me zoom in on so you can see she loading a clip in her gun there. Look at that. Look how sweet. Look at her sweet little innocent self sitting up there, man. You know she's innocent. Then of course she's sitting on a billboard with my name on it. Look at that. Oh yeah. I got a couple of alternatives. So I got this one. What you guys think of this one? What you guys think of that? She's a little too big for that billboard. She would definitely destroy it. If that was real, she wouldn't be able to sit on that billboard. She wouldn't be able to sit on that billboard if that was real. But oh, here comes Henoch. Look at Henoch, man. Calm down, buddy. What you think of that? Hikami, what about that as a poster?
Give me a second. Oh yeah. I can dig that.
Oh yeah, man. And then she's putting the clip in her pistol there. That's probably the most realistic looking one right there. Of course, she's a little too big for that billboard though. If that was real life, she wouldn't be able to sit on that billboard. That thing would collapse. She's too big. No such thing as Andrea not being too big. Here you go. Now here's more of a saucy shot here. I mean, you guys can. That's more of a saucy shot right there. Maybe I make that into the poster. What do you guys think? Andrea spread eagle sitting up on the billboard, a little bit smaller. How about that?
Well, she's still is she still loading her gun? Because like I said, man, my phone screen, man, everything's small. I can't hardly make shit out.
Yeah, she's putting the clip in at the bottom. The magazine. Right. Oh, we got Mr. Infinium here. Let me put you up here. Good to see you. Good to see you.
How y'all doing?
Hey, Infinium, man. Good job. Good job getting rid of that fucking troll yesterday.
Yeah, I was kind of in a bad mood, and I'm sorry if I pulled the trigger on that too fast and everything, but
no, man, fuck those guys, man.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. You good?
Yeah, but I heard you guys talking about Chick-fil-A, and I just want to, if it's okay, tell you a little story about the owner. Was it S. Truett Caffey? Yeah, back in the day when I was a IT manager, I was invited to this like breakfast meeting, where they had all the technology, companies and stuff like that, and all of that, and it was in the time of, just at the point of the .com boom and stuff like that. But Chick-fil-A was there, and S. Truett Caffey was there. And so I was there sitting with my my little group and everything. I had a IT I was an IT manager, and I had a little team and everything. So we were sitting in there, with everybody else, with the big wigs, the big wigs from my company, all that and everything. So, he comes in, S. True Cafe comes in, he makes the rounds, to all the tables, making, saying hello and stuff like that. And per the, I guess the meeting, he was supposed to go up on the podium and be with all the other, big wigs and stuff like that. And this was at the time when Chick-fil-A was really, really growing. And so, so it was, he was important at that time. So, but instead of doing that, he comes back to the table where I and my team were sitting at, and he asked, can I sit here with y'all? And I was like, you can do whatever you want to do, but I got this sense from him, because I was a black guy, I was black guy, I'm a black guy now, but I was not the only black guy there, and there were, a number of black people there, so I knew it wasn't any type of like, it's kind of trying to make me feel good or anything like that. I knew it was really, really sincere. I knew he was being sincere. And so he says, can I come back? Can I come in and sit with you? And I'm no, you can do whatever you want to do. So he grabs a chair, sits with us and everything. And his assistant comes by and says, Mr. Caffey, you gotta go sit up on the podium, with the other people. And he says, no, I want to sit here with these people. And the assistant starts, really getting this, insisting upon him sitting at the podium, and he really gets irate. And he says, I'm going to sit here, and so he sits at the table with me and my team and everything. And he sat there through the whole breakfast and stuff like that we went through and everything. And he just began to talk to me, and it was just, he asked me what I was doing. I told him what, I'm a manager and I do this and that, blah 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 and everything. And so he just begins to talk to me like a father. And he gave me during that time some of the best advice I've ever heard. And and again, it wasn't anything, it was really sincere. And it wasn't anything where, like I was a token black or something like that. It wasn't anything like that. It's just very sincere, advice, and he says, just always do right, always do, do what you gotta do right, and everything, you'll be okay, And so, I just wanted to say that because, there's a lot of I guess with the times that we're in, it's a lot of racial division and all of that that's going on. And that's why, again, we as brothers, we need each other because, again, this is a white guy, a head of a corporation. At that time, Chick-fil-A, they had to be approaching like $1 billion, in terms of, because they were really, really growing. and it was something that I will always remember. It was astounding to me, that a guy like that would do something like that, and I will always for the rest of my life remember that, the way it was really like a father and a son. And this guy didn't know me from Adam. That was the first time he ever met me, and so he just was talking and just telling me all this stuff. It had us all the people at my table laughing, and and just like we knew each other and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm saying. The stuff that's going on with Chick-fil-A now, he would not have that. He wouldn't put up with that, all the the gay stuff and everything. He wouldn't deal with it. He would get rid of that stuff. I just want to say that, because it just it really affected my life. The more and more I think about it, when I look back upon it, I know it was something that all I can say was God-centered and everything, because it was so unusual, and he was really adamant. It's like, I want to sit here with these people, and it's like he had to talk to me. So like, I know it was not coincidence or anything like that, but again, it had a profound effect on my life. That's what I'm trying to say. It is something I will never ever forget, because of what happened and everything, because again, I knew it was not a, like, you're a token Negro, that type of thing. I'm trying to make you feel pretty. I knew he was not trying to make him, I knew it was not like a DEI moment or anything like that. I knew it was nothing like that. It was just very sincere, it's heart to heart talking to me, and again, it really had an effect on my life. So that's what I'm saying. Women need stuff like that, because again, that in terms of what I'm doing and everything, that kind of keeps coming up in my mind, to do right by other men, and everything, to help men when it's feasible to help men, that type of thing. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put that out there, since we're talking about that and
No,
everything.
that's awesome. That's awesome, Infinium. No, the guy that started Chick-fil-A, Mr. Pappy. I don't remember what his first name is or was, because I know he's passed on. But yeah, no, he was. I mean, by all accounts, he was a very nice man, a very religious man,
Yeah.
and a very successful man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he could be, and again, I'm not shitting on Chick-fil-A, but if he was alive today and saw all the shit that they're trying to do and pull off, well, not Chick-fil-A, but that they're being pressured to do, he'd probably stop that shit dead in its tracks.
Yeah, he would not. That started when he, I guess when he passed, when his sons got control of the company, and they started pulling in that stuff and everything. That's because of his sons. It's not because of him directly and everything, And I know, as per that conversation with him, I know he would not put up with that. He would not have it. He because he was very defiant, in terms of sticking up to the the corporate mindset at that time, and it wasn't as bad as it is now, but it was just beginning. The beginnings of wokeness and all that was just beginning to happen at that time, because of the .com bubble and all of that, and everything. But he was very adamant about how that company was run, and again, because of that conversation, it was like maybe an hour and a half, that I got to spend with him. But again, it was go ahead.
No, Infinium, I was just going to ask you. You said it was a breakfast. Did Chick-fil-A supply the breakfast or no?
I think they did. I can't remember. I just because it was It was like a breakfast technology meeting. So they did supply, some of the food and stuff like that, but again, and there was a couple of vendors there, and stuff like that. But he was the only I guess one that was into food and stuff like that that did supply, and they had the capacity to do stuff like that, but even in that day, but he was there. It was like a business technology type of deal, and we because I was in IT, management and stuff like that, and so it was just various businesses were there. There was big companies that were there, and I have to tell you this: my higher ups were there as well, and they got mad at me because Mr. Caffey didn't talk to them. He talked to me, and it was like, why was he talking to you? He should have been talking, because there were big directors there. I think a VP was there, and I'm like a low level manager, and he wound up talking to me, and they were very upset by that. But I know that. Go ahead.
No, I know. I understand. I mean, well, it's not the same setting, but kind of the same circumstances where I've had when I was in the military, and I've had I've had lieutenant colonels, I've had colonels, I've had generals, that have wanted to talk to me and have private conversations, and my senior enlisted leadership would get pissed off because they thought I was, fraternizing or stepping over the line.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, the man wanted to talk to me. I can't fucking help that.
Yeah. And that was the same thing with me. It's like, I'm not going to tell, this, that, no, no, you can't sit here, and think, I'm not going to do that,
It's not like we closed the door and we were sitting there, smoking cigars and drinking brandy, acting like bros, sitting out on the back porch. No, we weren't doing that. They legitimately wanted to have a fucking professional conversation with me.
Yeah. And that's what that's what it was. It was I was there, just innocently minding my business, so to speak, with my team. He comes by and says, "Can I?" And he made the rounds, and then he comes back to my table and says, "I just want to sit with you all." And he says, "Can I sit with you?" I said, "You can do whatever you want to do, and get him a chair." He sits down beside me and begins to talk to me and everything. And and again, it was the assistant was like trying to Mr. Caffey, you gotta go up to the podium because you gotta do this. And the assistant wound up kind of.
That's the thing. The assistant, the professional assistant or whatever, can say, "Hey, sir, you're supposed to be doing this," but the man can tell them to go fuck off. And it's like, no, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what he did, and the assistant wound up speaking on his behalf. Basically telling what Chick-fil-A was doing and stuff like that. That's how wild it was, because Mr. Caffey was supposed to present his stuff and what they were doing, how they were using technology and whatnot. And then he winds up sitting with me, and talking to me and everything. So that's how I know it was something very profound that happened to me. It was so profound that my higher ups they were mad. They what it's like I had nothing. I'm just innocent. I did. It wasn't like I ran up to Caffey. Mr. Caffey, come here. I want
I know. That's why when you started talking about this, it kind of brought back some stuff for me. Where I had senior officers. Again, I'm not going to go into detail as to why they wanted to talk to me, but they wanted to have like a private one-on-one conversation with me, and my chain of command would get all pissed off and offended, and I'm just like, why? I was like, they came to me, I didn't go to them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it was petty too. It's like I could not I didn't do anything. I was just sitting at my table, minding my business. He comes up to me and says, "Can I sit here?" And it's like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to tell him no, And so, and I'm just, there innocently talking to him. He's talking to me like a father. That's what he is the head of his corporation. He chose to do that. I did not have anything to do with that. And again, they got my the VP was there, and a couple of directors were there, and they got mad. And it's like, he should have talked to us. Like, well, that's his business.
Right. When the commanding general of the 2nd Marine Division specifically asked to speak to me and to report to his office, what am I going to say? No, sir. Let me run that through my chain of command first. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Well, fuck no. You fucking report and you stand 6 and centered in front of that man's desk.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go ahead and end the stream here because I don't think anybody else can come up on panel. Let me get one last call, and we'll move this over to the VC. I don't think anybody else.
Sorry if there's a bunch of background noise coming from me. I'm outside with the dog because it finally stopped raining.
Yeah, I just wanted to pop on, since I heard that, and everything. I didn't want to take control of streaming.
No. It was time anyway because I was only going to do a 2.5 hour chill stream for everybody. So yeah, no, you didn't do anything, brother. He wants one more Canyon clip for the road, and then we're set sailing for the weekend here. Let me pull this up for you, and then we'll get going.
Canyon clip, there's not a dick corner that can make it fit.
All right, good people. With that being said and that out of the way, let's go ahead and wrap it up there for the evening. You still have the fappening facility a little bit later on tonight. I think they're going to be on here in the next 2 to 3 hours, something like that.
Are you going to play Rock Lobster?
I can't. It's copywritten.
No, not the song, the clip.
I can't.
The Family Guy clip.
Family
you
Guy's
can't.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, you can't even play that? Oh, those fucking bitches. Okay.
No, because Family Guy is stupidly copywritten by Fox, and that'll get the
Oh
channel.
yeah, you can't do that. Yeah,
Oh,
they will get you.
I wish I could though, because But all right. With that being said, and that out of the way, gentlemen, I appreciate everybody that has come out this afternoon, giving you a Saturday chill stream, YouTube exclusive only. Could have made this a Rumble exclusive, but I was like, I don't feel like setting that crap up. So, y'all be good, be safe, go on out there, enjoy your lives. Every day above dirt is worth living. It is a blessing. It's one more opportunity to change things, to course correct, to make things better for yourself. Gents, just because somebody tells you something don't mean it's the final say on anything. You ultimately control you and the things that happens in your life. You are the master. You're the captain, as Rusty Rivers would say. You are the captain of your vessel. Guide yourself well. Make good choices. Gentlemen, appreciate each and every one of you here on the panel tonight. Let's give one last shout out to these guys. Ramadi, Hikami, the one and only Mr. MGTOW Infinium. Dude, you got to start streaming, man.
Oh yeah, I am. I gotta get some situational things, not situations, but situational things. But I'm building up to doing that and everything, because that it is needed and everything. I don't want to interfere with what you're doing, and other people and everything. So I'm trying to work something out, and hopefully this year,
Well, we've done lost because I don't see Saki Soap streaming anymore. I don't know what happened. And,
I don't know what happened with Soap.
Red Pill and the Wind don't stream anymore from what I've seen. Brandon will be streaming a little bit later on. I was going to say to you guys, True Blood will be on a little bit later on. I forgot to say that. I don't know what he's going to be talking about, but he will be on a little bit later on if that's something that interests you. The Raging Golden Eagle. Yeah. So yeah, Sam Fisher, he don't stream anymore. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
Batty, you're liable to get him, catch him at any time. So there's that. And then of course, yeah, I do too, Adrian. I think we all do.
Yeah, I listen to, yeah.
There used to be a ton of them guys. Bass Chris,
Yeah.
Black Trunks, Black Ram 313, all them guys, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened to all of them.
Yeah, I see Black Ram occasionally, you know, but he's not as frequent as he has been and everything. So yeah.
Saunders, he used to stream all the time.
Yeah.
Yeetus comes in Chaos's streams all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to be lucky to catch him because he pops in and out whenever he gets a So, if Yeetus is your cup of tea.
Yeah.
All right. Now, and then MGTOW Cowboy, I know he used to be real big into this. I don't see him anymore. Polska Bob, I don't see him stream anymore. Ike very rarely. And Scotty streams once in a bluish green moon, so he don't anymore. All right. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Peace out. God bless. I will catch you in the same stream, MGTOW time, MGTOW channel Monday. Until then, gents, that's all for me tonight. And I think Vince and MGTOW has something he wants to tell you. Until then, I'm your boy Outlaw. Catch you in the next one. Peace, gents.
So, I guess that's all. Don't get married.
Thank you for calling.
Use a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass. Use a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, rock with me, Robin.